All right, so let's move on to talking about Pacific Rim 2, and let's move on to talk about these Oscar nominations. Um,
All right.
now, did anybody see when the actual nominations were presented by Tiffany Haddish and Gollum? Did anybody see that?
You mean Andy Serkis?
Yeah, well he also looks like Gollum, so it's easy to call him that too.
Sure.
Uh, yeah, but Andy Serkis, yeah, Tiffany Haddish and Andy Serkis there. Did anybody actually see it or no?
When they
Man,
presented and they were announced, no.
No.
I
Okay.
watched it for all of like half a minute, and then I'm like, wait, it's gonna be in a list form on some other website. Let me just scroll down.
Yeah, that is very true. Yeah, you can just watch it there. Yeah, so I'll just round off these nominations real quick. So, Best Picture, we got it was 9 nominations. You got Call Me by Your Name, you got Darkest Hour, you got Dunkirk, you got Get Out, you got Lady Bird, you got Phantom Thread, The Post, The Shape of Water, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. For lead actor, you got Timothée Chalamet with Call Me by Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis for Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out, Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour, Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire. Lead actress is Sally Hawkins, The Shape of Water, Frances McDormand, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Margot Robbie, I, Tanya, Saoirse, is it Saoirse?
It's Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse Ronan, Lady Bird, Meryl Streep, The Post. Supporting
It would technically Cersei. So it would be Cersei Ronan.
Cersei Ronan. Okay.
Cersei Ronan.
Supporting actor.
It's Gaelic.
Okay, yeah, because she's Irish.
Yeah, she's Gaelic.
Yeah, William Dafoe for Best Supporting Actor. William Dafoe for The Florida Project. Woody Harrelson for Three Billboards. Richard Jenkins for The Shape of Water. Christopher Plummer for All the Money in the World. Sam Rockwell for Three Billboards. Supporting actress, you got Mary J. Blige, Mudbound, Allison Janney, I, Tanya. Leslie Manville, Phantom Thread, Laurie Metcalf, Lady Bird, Octavia Spencer, The Shape of Water. Director, you got Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan, Get Out, Jordan Peele, Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig, Phantom Thread, Paul Thomas Anderson, The Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro. Animated feature, you got Boss Baby, you got The Breadwinner, you got Coco, you got Ferdinand, you got Loving Vincent. And the rest of the awards, well, there's some big awards here. I'll do cinematography. Cinematography, Blade Runner 2049, Roger Deakins, Darkest Hour, Bruno Deboli, Dunkirk, Hoyt Van Hoytema, Mudbound, Rachel Morrison, The Shape of Water, Dan Loston. Original screenplay, The Big Sick, Emily V. Gordon, Camille Najani, Get Out, Jordan Peele, Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig, The Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro, Vanessa Taylor, Three Billboards, Martin McDonough, adapted screenplay, Call Me by Your Name, The Disaster Artist, Logan, Molly's Game, Mudbound, and yeah, that's all the real big ones. I've got another really big one, Makeup and Hair. That's another really huge, important award there. No, nobody gives a fuck about that.
What about visual effects?
Visual effects, let's see, Blade Runner 2049, Kong Skull Island, Star Wars Last Jedi, War for the Planet of the Apes.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Um,
I'm torn on visual effects. I'm torn between Blade Runner and War of the Planet of the Apes. But we're going to be fair. There's one category I'm surprised didn't get a nominee, and that's cinematography. Why is Phantom Thread not a nominee for cinematography, but it's a nominee for Best Picture?
Yeah, that is very interesting.
No offense, but story-wise, it's incredibly simple.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't necessarily put it cinematography. It's got that it has in spades, but Best Picture.
Did you see Phantom Thread?
I saw it. Yeah, I did.
How'd you like it?
Daniel Day-Lewis does a good job. I thought the cinematography is well on point. A lot of very good use of camera angles and directing. Very solid. Paul Thomas Anderson. He knows what he's doing. I mean, it's hard for him not to make a pretty good movie, but if we're talking about a love story, it's kind of very simple. It's kind of very to the point. Not really too many twists and turns, but it's a very well directed movie. But I wouldn't categorize it as even especially well acted. It is especially well acted movie, but it's not best picture. I would say cinematography, sure, definitely. Maybe even best director, but best picture, I would have picked something else.
Now, how many of these Best Picture nominees have you seen?
Uh, I'm trying to think. I
90,
saw a little bit of
90,
Lady Bird, but that's
a
it.
little bit of Lady Bird. 90s, I know you saw Get Out, right? You saw Get Out, right?
Yeah, I've seen it 1.5 times so far.
1.5 times. And you also saw Lady Bird too, right?
Yeah, and okay, Get Out. I guess I understand the critical acclaim behind it, why
Mm.
they said 10 out of 10s and everything. But Lady Bird, it just seemed like a typical coming of age story.
Yeah, we talked about that where it just seemed like, oh well, this is just an homage to the '80s and those kind of coming of age movies.
Um,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I wasn't big on Lady Bird, but I get why people love it.
Sure,
It didn't connect with me, but I get
right,
why people do love it. It's one of those films that you just have to have a emotional connection to it. I think more.
right.
It just
I
connects
think it
with
would
some
also be
people more.
different if any of us were, no offense, women, and we had grown in high school and that kind of stuff.
I see
Might
some guys talking about it and saying like, "Oh, that's just like the relationship my sister had with our mother and stuff like." So I think men
yeah.
also see that with sisters too.
I'm
Uh,
also I'm also a single child, so I don't relate to any of that. But I mean I could see why it relates to other people, and I could see why it just to me it just seemed like, oh, okay, it's a solid movie, but I don't see where it's getting the 100%.
yeah.
But
Uh,
hey man, if that movie made really great for you, awesome.
yeah. At all these movies, so I've seen Dunkirk, I've seen Get Out, I've seen Lady Bird, I've seen The Shape of Water, and I've seen Three Billboards. I'm gonna review the Post, Phantom Thread, Darkest Hour, and Call Me by Your Name. I'm gonna review those later.
Yeah.
Get Out was a surprise. I didn't think Get Out would actually get Best Picture. That was a big surprise for me.
You know what? Good for it.
Yeah. Um,
Well,
it,
It's usually not the kind of
well,
movie that even get mentioned. I mean, especially where it's kind of a pseudo horror movie.
yeah.
And those are traditionally snubbed. I think the only one that I can think of at the top of my head is Silence of the Lambs. That got even like, hey, here's some Oscar nominations.
Yeah. Hmm. With Best Picture, I mean, it's strange they did 9 nominees and not just put 10. Like, why didn't you just put one more in there? That's kind of weird to me. I don't know why you just didn't throw in maybe like I Tanya or something.
well,
Um,
I have a theory on that, and it could be completely incorrect. They probably could have just swapped it back out with something. But these sex scandals, man, that's what I think is happening.
what was the sex scandal with I Tanya?
Well, I didn't know. I didn't think about I, Tanya. I just figured that the movie, whatever it may be. Yeah, I didn't plan that far ahead, buddy.
You just said you know the reason why though. Sex scandals. Sex scandals? I don't
Hey, man,
All
know.
of them.
I mean,
yeah,
well, I mean, not that one in particular. You know what I'm saying? But just in general,
yeah,
you
man.
mean?
Conspiracy theorists, they don't back up anything, man. Just keep throwing out the theories. Like,
Well, the sex scandal theory does apply to the lead actor position because a lot of people are very interested. Why? Because a big surprise there is Denzel Washington from Roman J. Israel,
Hmm.
Esquire, which I saw Roman J. Israel. I thought it was a meh movie. I thought the performance by Denzel Washington in the movie was not that good. I thought it was a little too sticky. I thought it was a little too, kind of gimmicky. So I'm surprised he got in there. A lot of people were talking about James Franco from being Tommy Wiseau in The Artist.
Sex scandal.
Yeah, and that's the reason he didn't get nominated for Best Lead Actor because you saw him. He was nominated and won at the Golden Globes for Best Actor, but that was in a
and
comedy.
there was a lot of controversy.
Yeah, and that was in a
Right after that, there was controversy.
yeah, and that was in the Best Musical or Comedy category. And then stuff started to come out about him again. about him, and so maybe that's why they swapped him out and put in Denzel Washington. Um, but I mean, I guess that could be a reason why. It depends on whenever they submitted their, nominations. Everybody, because they probably did. Because I mean, it depends on whether they did them early or late. If they did it early,
Right.
then that means they hadn't. I mean, that stuff came out way too late for them to respond to with nominations. But if they came out with it late, then they would have been able to see it and go like, oh shit, let's cross out James Franco and put Denzel Washington in there. Because I mean, I don't think this is particularly all that strong of a movie for Denzel Washington.
No.
I mean,
Not
it's
really.
It's a shame though, because we were actually kind of interested in it.
yeah. I mean, the trailer was badass. The trailer was really cool.
Yeah, no. The trailer is if we're gonna talk about trailers, trailers lie.
Yeah.
That trailer was way better than the movie it turned out to be.
And it was by Dan Gilroy, the director who did Nightcrawler, and it's like, oh shit, his next movie, like, and that's gonna be big. And I was like, yeah, that was a sophomore slump.
Man,
Yeah. Best Picture. I mean, who I got winning for that? I'm gonna say, I don't know. I think Three Billboards probably the best chance for me. I think.
I actually think Get Out.
You think Get Out is gonna win?
I think it's tied between Get Out and I think The Shape of Water.
The Shape of Water.
The Shape of Water.
The Shape of Water. Like I think to me it's either one of those two, and the reason I say so is, well, Three Billboards is an excellent good guess. I think they might go Shape of Water just because of, well, it's kind of got female empowerment kind of in The Shape of Water. It's also got a weird kind of like race, identity, that kind of angle in it.
And she's also deaf, right?
She's mute. She's mute.
Mute. So yeah, mute.
Man.
Also not that bad looking, by the way.
Yeah.
Right.
Sally Hawkins. She gets naked in the movie. Sally Hawkins got a body on her, bro.
Yeah, she does. I know, right? Damn. Especially that hips. Damn.
Yeah, and Shape of Water does lead the awards with 13 nominations, followed by Dunkirk with 8 nominations, and then Mark McDonagh, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri has 7. So yeah, Shape of Water. I mean, they're probably gonna come.
Shape of Water. It could be one of those things where it wins all those other awards. Like it might win best director, but like Guillermo will win best director, but the picture might go to either Get Out or Three Billboards. So you might be right, but I don't know. Those are kind of the only top 3 I really would see. Nothing against all the other nominations. They also might pull a complete twist and do Call Me by Your Name because sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
A lot of diversity in this best picture though. You got Call Me by Your Name, which is a romantic film with 2 gay leads in it. Darkest Hour is a war drama with Winston Churchill. Dunkirk is a war film. You got Get Out, which is like you said, sci-fi horror film. Lady Bird is a coming of age film involving a teenage girl. Phantom Thread is like the artsy, really artsy types of film. The Post is,
Steven Spielberg being Steven Spielberg.
Pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much
solid filmmaking.
Shape of Water also is like a sci-fi film. That's very strange to get in there. Three Billboards, yeah, a really nice drama. So a lot of. I mean, there's enough for everybody to love in that list, I think.
It's like they gotta make up for a Beast of No Nation.
Yeah, I mean that's very true.
Oh man,
Mudbound. That's another one. They could have put Mudbound, I think, in this best picture. That's another nomination.
They did. They just put it in like the actress category.
Yeah.
Was Mudbound Netflix original? Or?
Yes,
yeah.
Mudbound is a Netflix original.
Yeah.
Huh.
They're making baby steps.
Yeah. Lead actor.
Okay, I'd like to see it.
I'm gonna say Gary Oldman is probably gonna win lead actor. I think everything's pointing towards him.
Oh, just to rewind real quick. Best picture, I'd say Get Out or Three Billboards. I'm still trying to figure out because I haven't seen Three Billboards.
Fair enough. You don't think they'll give it to Timothy Chalamet?
No, I think because Gary Oldman's never won Best Actor. So I think they'll give
Sure.
him because it's like a legacy thing. Because like, well, Gary Oldman, like, when is he ever gonna have another performance like this and chance to give it to him? So I'm thinking they'll give it to him.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
yeah.
And Daniel Day-Lewis already won stuff. Not
They
gonna see. Not sure if they might surprise us and give it to Daniel Kaluuya.
no,
No,
they're not gonna do that. They're
he
not.
he had three faces in that whole movie.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
Like
Not that
I
Gary
like the
Oldman.
movie.
Yeah,
I
sure.
like the movie in itself, but he did not emote like that. His goal in the movie was to not act.
Well, I
Sure.
mean,
Okay.
his goal in the movie is to look at the camera and go, "Hey, man, these white people crazy, ain't they? These white people show is
Pretty much.
crazy, bro. Like, I'm just trying to make it, bro. Like, I mean, he was just trying to survive. Yeah, but I mean,
Come on, man.
Dan Kaluuya is
Yeah.
a surprise that he got in there, and it's kind of a surprise Denzel Washington got in there for Roman J. Israel.
Hey man, two more black men getting a piece of the pie.
Yeah.
Hey, I won't argue on it.
Yeah. So I got Gary Oldman. Dusk, you said you had Daniel Kaluuya.
No, I was a kind of a we all know, but yeah, probably they'll pick Gary Oldman.
Mm.
That's my money.
90s. What about you?
For lead actor?
Yeah.
Yeah, Timothy Chalamet,
Okay.
if I said that right.
Timothy
Just
Chalamet.
because, as I said, I haven't seen. Yeah, I haven't seen many of these movies, but from what I've heard, it seems like he'll be the one to win.
Okay. All right.
All right, moving on to lead actress then.
Yeah, lead actress. This one's kind of tough. I think it's probably gonna be Frances McDormand. I think it's probably gonna be Frances McDormand or
Yeah.
I think
Sally
probably-
Hawkins maybe?
Yes,
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Sally Hawkins or Frances McDormand. Because I think with Saoirse Ronan, it's the same thing where she's okay. Her and Margot Robbie are too young. It's like, yeah, you get another chance to win it again. Frances McDormand, okay, you've been in the game. And also, I think Frances McDormand knocked it out of the park. I thought she was really great in Three Billboards.
Yeah, and Meryl Streep is like, we know you're great.
Yeah,
Like, we get it.
yeah. So I'll go with her, Frances McDormand, or I think it's between her and Sally Hawkins. Best supporting actor, William Dafoe. Okay, I'm going Sam Rockwell, Three Billboards. I'm going that one. I'm surprised the Florida Project. Also, that's another one you could have put in there for Best Picture nomination.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not necessarily.
I'm
think though,
sorry.
I'm gonna be honest. I would like to see William Dafoe win as supporting actor.
Mm-hmm. Has he ever won an Oscar before?
No, I don't believe so.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah. Yeah.
And he's a really good character actor too.
Yeah. So
And I think he did a really good job in the Florida Project. I did see that movie.
You did see it. Okay.
I would just like to say that I've seen most of the Florida Project, and I just gave up on it because I hate the main actress. I
the
I'm like, man, no.
the white trash woman. You didn't like her?
Her and her mama. Oh my god.
Oh man, no.
If you open up the dictionary and put it in white trash,
and you'll see her face.
you will see her face.
Okay. So 90s, who you got for best supporting here? Who you got there?
Best supporting, I guess I go with Christopher Plummer, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, Plummer.
Just got to keep doing this disclaimer. I have not seen most of these movies,
Right.
but what I've seen from the trailers, what I think how this will work out, he seems like he'll be a good pick.
Well, they usually go with the old guy for best supporting actor. They usually do that.
See, like I've had years of training.
And he did come in and as a pinch hitter and knock it out of the park, because he replaced Kevin Spacey. I don't know if they're gonna give it to him. I mean, I still go with Sam Rockwell. So I think it's between Christopher Plummer and Sam Rockwell, probably. I think it's between those two.
Yeah, that Three Billboards, man. That's always a curveball when it comes to these picks, because I don't know much about that one, to be honest.
Okay, best supporting actress. Mary J. Blige from Mudbound. That's a big surprise. I didn't expect her to get a nomination. Allison Janney, I, Tonya. Leslie Manfield, Phantom Thread. I think with this one, it's between Allison Janney and Laurie Metcalf. I think it's between
I thought you
those.
were gonna say Octavia Spencer.
Octavia Spencer in The Shape of Water is doing Octavia Spencer. She's playing. I mean, she's basically kind of
Yeah.
playing. She's playing her character from The Help and from a lot of other movies.
Especially with those
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
did she? I thought she was. Didn't she actually get nominated from The Help? Like as a
Yeah, she
or
won.
not?
Yeah, she won for The Help, I think.
Yeah, she won.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm surprised. Like I thought she would be the one to win this time.
No, I mean she. I mean it's her same. It's almost she's the same character. It's the same character.
I think it'd probably go to Allison Janney.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think she's just a hoot.
Yeah, she's great in the movie. I mean, she's a bitch, but she's a great bitch.
Oh yeah, but she's just so great as it though.
Yeah, she's great. I mean, she's absolutely terrific in it. So that'd be my pick. I'd pick Allison Janney for that one. Best director. 90s. Who you picking? You picking Octavia Spencer, or you picking someone else?
Hey man, Octavia Spencer. I choose her because that is. I hate to say it. That is her role. Like lead supporting actress. That's what she's known for. But to go for director, I'd say it's a toss up between Jordan Peele and Christopher Nolan because I haven't seen Dunkirk.
Okay. This one. Okay, best director. Jordan Peele, I don't think is getting it. I think I think if Get Out is getting any award, it's original screenplay.
Okay, that makes more sense. In all honesty.
Christopher Nolan, I don't know. I'm gonna go with. I think Guillermo del Toro is gonna get it. Him or shit. I think him or Paul Thomas Anderson. I think it's between those two. Dusk, what do you think for best director?
I think they might give it to. I think it's a toss-up because of the whole feminist thing. They might give it to Greta Gerwig as a best thing. I'm not saying that she does or doesn't deserve it.
Right.
I'm just saying how the Academy thinks.
Right.
Yeah, Lady Bird. Otherwise, might get snubbed. In all honesty.
Yeah. I don't think Jordan Peele's gonna get it his first time.
No, I don't think so.
No. I mean, honestly, basically it's an honor just being nominated for him at this point.
Right.
So I think it comes down to either Paul Thomas Anderson or Guillermo del Toro, and I think they might go with Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah. I think
I think they're going to go with Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
So no Dunkirk.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Dunkirk was good. I like Dunkirk.
Right.
And it's a great technical achievement. And a lot of stuff he did filming it was amazing. Yeah, but I think Shape of Water. I'm not super in love with Shape of Water, but yeah, I think they're gonna give it to him for that. And then here comes a fucking travesty of a list here for animated feature.
Oh yeah, jeez.
You got Boss Baby, the Breadwinner. I hear the Breadwinner. I didn't see the Breadwinner. The Breadwinner is pretty good. I hear Coco's gonna win. I mean, Coco's gonna win. Ferdinand, which is okay, that's some bullshit. Love and Vincent, which is gorgeous. That movie looks absolutely gorgeous.
Oh yeah, no, I've actually seen that.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was one of those movies that like I happened to like catch on a late night.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, let me watch that. Man, when you're tired, that movie's even better.
Wow. Yeah, because that is.
But yeah, no, I can easily see why they would.
Yeah. But I mean, I have no idea how Boss Baby or Ferdinand got in here. I don't know how that's possible. They must have just been like, okay, we got to fill out a list and let's just pick anything. Fuck it. What's all the animated movies that came out this year and let's just pick them. Because I don't see how the fuck.
I'm mad. I'm mad because my favorite animated movie in American theaters this year, or that last year, 2017, was Your Name. Fucking Your Name finally came to American movie theaters, and it still gets stuck.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to look around, like, okay, let me see if I can find it in foreign film, like foreign animated films or something. Where is it? It's got to be here, right?
But even if that was nominated, it was still going to lose to Coco anyway.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, 2 of these nominees shouldn't even be on the list.
Yeah.
Technically, I also had a question of yeah, we talked about this earlier, but why Your Name wasn't even on there. I don't even like anime, but I can at least admit that's a way better feature and deserves being on here. And the fact that, oh, well, technically in Japan it came out in 2016, but it didn't reach the States till 2017. And I'm
So
like, semantics schmantics should have been on the list.
yeah. Also,
Yeah, last year or this
Hey
year.
man, I would have pulled that just to get Boss Baby off there.
yeah.
Oh please.
No, seriously, they should, like, honestly, now the Boss Baby can say we were nominated for Best Animated Feature. Fuck off.
Yeah. They can put that on the
Yeah.
DVD box cover and
The
commercials.
little DVD box set. We didn't have anything. Basically, there was nothing better to put on here, which I know is a damn lie.
You could. I mean, you could
I
take off.
guarantee you.
You could take off Boss Baby, put in Your Name,
Yeah.
and you could take off Ferdinand and put on Lego Batman. That's what you could have did.
Yeah,
Right there.
basically.
Oh, damn.
There you go. There's the Oscars.
Yeah.
What happened to
But
Lego
yeah,
Batman?
I mean, Coco, just because, well, it's Coco. Even though I like Loving Vincent, and even though I think the breadwinner has a lot of heart, it's gonna be Coco.
Yeah. Coco.
It's gonna be Coco.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. We all can agree on that. All right. I mean, yeah, it's probably gonna be Coco. Did anybody see any animated shorts? Anybody see that?
I saw Negative Space.
How was that?
It was alright.
It was alright. Okay.
No, all the animated shorts that I saw, they vary in time, so
Okay.
when they got listed, I decided to check out a few.
Oh, okay. So you just checked out that one, Negative Space?
Yeah, Negative Space. I went to do more, but I didn't know if we were gonna talk about it. So when you mentioned it, I'm like, oh, I know we're gonna talk about it, so I would have watched more.
Oh, that's all right. Because I didn't watch any. Adapted screenplay. Logan got in there. Logan comic book movie they got in there. Call Me by Your Name, Disaster Artist.
They deserved it. That screenplay was a good screenplay.
Yeah. Molly's Game, Mudbound. I think they're gonna give it to. How many Oscars does Aaron Sorkin have? He's got a lot already, right?
Enough.
Yeah. So, because even though Molly's Game's got that great writing in it, they're not gonna give it to him for Molly's Game. But,
they might give it just because of they might give it to Logan.
No, I think
I hope so.
There's no way I don't think they give it to Logan. No way.
Then it's probably Mudbound.
You going with Mudbound? I think
like a part of me wants to do the Disaster Artist.
Yeah, I was gonna say that actually.
I'm thinking maybe Disaster Artist, but they got that sex scandal thing on it.
You know what? I think James Franco isn't involved, so I think, and it's just the screenplay that doesn't involve him.
Yeah.
So I think they can go. Whatever. Honestly, no offense. No offense. I don't give a shit about the whole sex scandal.
Okay.
Just pick the choice that best matches.
Yeah.
Deal with the consequence later.
Well, this is Oscars, man. They're biased.
I know. I know. Like, I've already accepted they're cowards.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe Disaster Artist. I'm thinking maybe Disaster.
Yeah. All right, cool. What about original screenplay?
Get Out. I think Get Out's gonna win that. Get Out's gonna win.
Sure.
That or
sounds about right to me.
That or The Big Sick, because The Big Sick is based on a true story and it's pretty emotional story. So
with by Kumail Nanjiani, right?
Yeah. So they may give it to that. Cinematography, Roger Deakins.
I want Blade Runner to win.
Yeah,
I want Blade Runner to win. I'm not gonna lie.
Unless they just want to be, they want to make Roger Deakins the Undertaker of the Oscars and except wins, he gets losses. Because he's like 0-14, so this would be 0-15 for him if he loses this time. So
yeah, man, come on, get the guy a damn break. He's made some of the best cinematography, and they never fucking give it to him.
Yeah, so
he's gonna be the next Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh no,
crawling for that.
I'm sorry, like the Blade Runner cinematography is better than Dunkirk. It's damn better than Darkest Hour.
Yeah.
Mudbound is good. It's fine, but it's not better than Blade Runner.
No.
And all that's left is Shape of Water, and that's not the kind of movie it was.
Right. So yeah.
Not at all.
Blade Runner is all on its cinematography and atmosphere.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry.
Blade Runner.
The only competition it might have is Dunkirk, and it loses to Dunkirk.
Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
I will actually be if we do a live show of it, and we we might do that. Just do like a long ass thing when we watch it. But Oscars, I'll stay up for that shit. But if they give cinematography to anything else but Blade Runner, I will be like, I'm done, guys. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter no more. And you'll be like, sit your ass down, white boy.
Okay, so for visual effects, who do you guys got? They'll probably give it to like maybe Star Wars or actually War for the Planet of the Apes. I think they'll give it to War for the Planet of the Apes. Give it to that.
I don't want it to go to Star Wars.
So you say,
but I think you might be right for War of the Planet of the Apes. I think they did such a good job making those people look like actual apes. As much as the visual effects for Blade Runner are fantastic, I think they might it just might get scooched over because it's the kind of thing the Oscars would do. Again, but I wouldn't be completely batting out that Blade Runner might win visual effects. Because I think